Scratch for beginners. Hi guys, and welcome to a new episode on the channel. And today we are back on my laptop for a new series. An episode of Scratch. Let's get started because today is one of the most scratch problemo places in the whole wide world. Maybe I used too much, but that is what we're going to do today. Today we'll be talking about the motion blocks. Motion is a terrific subject because it means moving around. And let's get back to 0, And from what I've shown you guys in the last episode with the XY coordinate, there are a lot to do with this than what meets the eye. So let's talk about motion in all these sprites and including the background. Alright, so let's look at each of these separately. Move 10 steps. What is this block? Well, as the name suggests, it will make the sprite, in this case a cat, move this number of steps. Now let's get back to the coordinates plane. Now if we now look at it a bit closely. This is going to be 1/10 of this one block, and that's a bit of a short amount. Move 10 steps is this much. But if we make it move minus 10 steps, that means we'll make the cat move 10 steps back, as the minus direction is the left direction and the positive direction is the right direction. So that's it. Now let's look at these two blocks as siblings. Now move 15 degrees to the right. What is it? Well, let's see. Now look here very closely when I click one of these two blocks. It turned 100. It says the direction is 105 degrees. And back then it was 90 degrees. Now it added 15 at 105 degrees, and now the sprite cat looks like this. If I press this, now remember, look at this closely one more time. You see that it was minus 15 degrees. It got back to 90 degrees and back to the original upright position of the cat. And as the name suggests, this is what it does. Now you may have found a pattern here that instead of writing blocks that seem to make a code of telling you what it is going to do, it actually tells you what it's going to do with the name of the blocks. Now look at this. Go to a random position. If you look at this little arrow, that means there are more subtitles, as usually when there are these like little choice blocks. Now it's a random position and a mouse pointer. Now if we added another sprite, like let's get the bat, then we'll get go to the bat. Let's select the bat, and watch this. Go to a mouse pointer. Go to a mouse pointer. Now see, it goes to the mouse pointer. Now let's turn this back to 0. Okay, now go to X and Y. If you ever learned or at least paid attention in like your geometry class, the X coordinate is anywhere on this line, and as long as it's somewhere on this line, and the Y coordinate is what's represented by the blue line. If you like choose, I don't know, 240 and the Y is 0, then it would be right here. If it was like 240 and 100, then it will be right here, because the point Y is here and point X is here, and where if you draw straight lines from them, they overlap here, and that's where the coordinate is. Go to X 0, 240, 240. No, actually 180, because that's the bounds. 0, 0. And luckily for Scratch, whenever you change position, it automatically gives your X value and Y value into the input value here. And that's the good thing about Scratch. You can move it around and move it around for a while, but it will always record it somewhere right here. And that's the rules of Scratch. This one is very interesting. Glide 1 second to the random position or mouse pointer. It does this. In 1 second, it went to where my mouse pointer, at least where it can go, as far as it can go, to where my mouse pointer is. Let's see how it will do when it glides to the, like in 2 seconds. 1, 2. See? It did that. Now, let's try the random positioning. It went to random position in 1 second. Another one, another plane, another one, another one, another one, another one, another one. Yeah, I just keep spamming it. That's why I didn't really go into one direction. And that's what this block is. Like 1 second to a determined position. It's basically this block and this block combined, where this block goes here. So that we tell this block, well, tell the code for this cat to glide here where we go X and Y in 1 second. Now, pretty sure you can imagine what's going to happen. Point in direction 90. This is the angle direction, where, as I said earlier, you can always make it go, like, point wherever you want. Point towards mouse pointer. It won't move it, but it will just like point at me. And if there was another sprite, then it will point, and I can select it to point to that sprite. Okay, let's look at these ones closer. Now, change X by 10 means it can go forward. Basically, another thing by going for 10 steps. Set X to 0 means you can always go back there. Then we're done with the X. And it's the same thing for the Y blocks. It's an equivalent. Change the Y by 10 means go up by 10 steps. And set Y to 0 means come back to the Y, 0Y. And let's see what happens if on edge bounce. Let's move 250 steps. 250 steps. See what happens. If on edge, it will bounce. Let me show you in a clearer way. Disconnect that. Glide 1 second to a random position. Glide 1 second to a random position. It just bounced. Did you see it? It bounced. And that's this thing for if on edge bounces. Now set rotation style to left and right. It means that it will let you rotate from left to right, roll into this one. Or it will let you rotate this or this. If it's trying to give you options to set it to this, or this. We'll see it in a future video of what that does. Now X, Y, and direction. What are these? And why did those appear whenever I put these on there? Now those are just recording what we are on the screen itself. We can also use it in variables. We can put it in different boxes. Like look at this. We can put this to inside here. We can put this inside here. And we can and so on and so on. And that's the good thing about these things. And we are done today for our motion lesson. So I hope you guys enjoyed learning about our motion episode today. And if you guys did enjoy this episode, then please like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Shnan out. Peace.